Sharoba, because relationships matter.
Welcome to Sharoba.com. Today we're going to be having a roundtable discussion on some issues that people wrote in about and videoed in about. So I'm going to pass it off to Taylor, and he's going to get us started on our first issue.
Thanks, Carla. Well, Gary had a self-proclaimed iron-fisted father. His father would not allow him to express his ideas or himself very freely. He admitted to having a father who ruled with an iron fist. He remembered having endless ideas as a child and wanted to share them. However, his father would tell him to put his hands in his pockets, sit down, and be quiet. He never realized how not being able to articulate his abundance of ideas as an adult related back to when he was a child. What do you guys think about that?
Well, that really goes back to the children should be seen and not heard cliche.
A little bit old-fashioned, yeah.
Yeah, Gary's going to have a hard time with this, and I empathize with him because I've had similar issues with my family. He's going to need to go talk to somebody. I'm a big fan, big proponent of therapy, and Gary's going to need a lot of it. It's never too late. I know Gary's, I don't want to say advanced age, but Gary's older than I am, but he's going to need some. He's going to need some help with this. It's not by accident that Gary. We don't know this now, but Gary is a captain, or was the captain of a ferry. And it's not, I don't think it's any mystery as to why he chose an occupation where he was in charge.
Well, I mean, also, it's obvious that he has risen to some level of success by getting to that, whether it's, pilot or captain or whatever. I mean, he's obviously been able to overcome in certain areas of his life. I mean, I think maybe, using that and saying, okay, I've succeeded in one thing before, yeah, all that stuff my dad told me was a long time ago. It's over, it's the past, and I have risen above that in certain areas, so, keep going, I guess. I mean, it's over, it happened.
The other thing for me, sorry Carly, is that people are good at expressing themselves in different ways. Some people are very good at expressing themselves verbally, some people are good at expressing themselves in writing. So if he, is struggling to get his ideas across, to get his views expressed to people with words, through voice, maybe he could write them, and start just writing those ideas down and getting things on paper, because first of all, it's a lot more private, so there's no pressure, and then it'll help him work up to verbal expression.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
Yes. Well, the other thing too is, I know we were talking about that he has, business ideas and such. I mean, and the fact of the matter is, if you do want to be a businessman, you are going to need to be able to communicate and articulate your ideas. So in his case, even though it might be a little bit scary, he should probably join Toastmasters or something like that, where he's forced to get up and communicate, where he's among people that are trying to do the same thing, so it's not quite as threatening. But doing something like that, I mean, I know people that have overcome, whether it's a stutter or just, being uncomfortable, just getting used to talking and sharing whatever you feel like talking about.
It's really, overcoming something that happened to you when you were younger is very difficult, but you can only use things as an excuse for so long before you have to start blaming yourself. There's plenty of things you can do, going to therapy, joining, things like Taylor said. You have to take initiative and you have to go for it. People are not really going to care. If my dad was mean to me, he wouldn't let me talk. That's only going to get you so far. And maybe it may be completely true, but in the long run, they're going to go, "Oh, that sucks. So what?"
But lots of other people have issues too.
Yeah, I mean, so you find a way to get over it, and then you keep working. It's how important is it to you that you do what you want to accomplish, and you just go for it.
That's right. People are human. Even your parents, they mess up. They do things that they probably shouldn't do. And sometimes these bad influences are something that you can take. Just as much as the positive people, you can take from the negative aspects of people and learn what not to do. Because if you learn what not to do, you learn what to do. And Gary, do you have a friend? Do you have a friend that you can articulate, or really a trusted friend, this would have to be, that you can articulate some of your ideas to and help you to present them better? And I don't know, kind of get a partnership, because it's important to have someone that you trust to be able to listen to your ideas and for you to be heard.
A lot of times I find that, particularly in athletics, the people who were given everything in life, the rich kids who had, tennis lessons, basketball lessons, whatever your sport is, given everything to them, are not the ones who become successful. It's the ones who have to work have people telling him you suck, you're terrible, you're never going to amount to anything, those are the ones who usually amount to the most success. So overcoming things, that if you're able to overcome something, it really shows a lot about you, and it's, you know, it's really important. So
Well, and Gary was able to overcome it to an extent. I mean, he had a successful career, so it's maybe tapping into that a little bit more and realizing, okay, well, it happened, here I am, I survived, so.
I think Gary needs to get self-motivated. You know, he needs to find that motivation and that drive in himself to just, I mean, if it means going, you know, getting in the mirror before he gets up every single day, or, I mean, before he goes to sleep at night, or if he has these ideas and wants to present it to somebody, practice in the mirror, gain that confidence, you know, say it over and over until you feel that you, I mean, with authority and just all the strength, and so that, I mean, you can build that confidence, so when you do, you know, say it and just, I mean, get that vision and just, I mean, get that focus, you know, and that drive. So when you say things, it's just like, you know, say like you mean it regardless of what anybody says, this thought represents you, this idea represents you, and now you don't have that chain, that, you know, that shackle that's holding you back anymore. I mean, this is your time to shine, Gary. I mean, go for the goal, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's holding you back now? So, I mean, yeah, just, I mean, you got to find it in yourself to get out there and express your ideas, and just, I mean, you know, just like I said, man, in the mirror, and just practice over and over, you know, that, and tell yourself, man, you know, this is me, you know, I'm a confident and articulate person, I have ideas to share, and just go with it, man, you know, just go with it.
I think